The difference between manga CL and anime CL is that anime CL would call you a druge. Manga CL, however, would call you a fag. I think this is objectively the funniest thing that could happen to this season because you just know that somewhere in Japan, a big room full of people in pristine suits all gathered around together. They pulled out the little Black Butler volume, they set it on the table, they flipped it over, and they pointed at this word and said in Japanese, "If we say this, we're fucked." Through process of omitting the British word gay slur, the Black Butler Anime Committee has thus far said, "We support gay people."
May not know much about gay rights, but this month I care about them. You can't spell homosexual without me.
Basically, in the manga of the Black Butler Public School arc, CL was going to use this one very, very specific word to refer to a fairly common practice in English boarding schools. The practice is that underclassmen basically just do all the chores of the upperclassmen and basically work as little butlers in training. That's how they described it in the show. However, the word itself is F-A fag. So naturally, this would have been an absolute shit show had they aired the season with that completely unaltered, you know? And that was a shit show that the Black Butler fandom, or at least the corner that I'm a part of, has been so excited for the past 9 months since the season's announcement. Because just, they took everything from us. In completely unrelated news, or I guess you could say in tangentially related news, I will say, I still think Alois TRANCY has a cameo in this season. So, Yana Toboso made this official art of Alois as a student at Weston. It was very cute, it's been reposted a bunch, there he is, there's his adorable little uniform, he's a violet wolf by the way because he's crazy. However, when you actually go through every single page of the Weston volumes, you realize there's no cameo. There's no Alois. I guess you could say that if we chopped up his personality, you could find little fragments of him in Maurice and Joanne, but I don't think anyone would be saying that if those two weren't already blonde. So, yeah, no Louise in sight. Similarly, Argus, the vice headmaster, doesn't have the same voice actor as Claude, even though he does have his face. Which, I personally, I'm a little upset about. Like, I was considering emailing the people at Funimation months ago when it was first announced and saying, hey, it's kind of a fandom in-joke that Johann Argus has the exact same face as Claude. It's speculated that Yana Toboso did that intentionally as a way of worming Claude into the story without stepping on any copyright toes. And so it'd be really funny if those two had the same guy, at least for the English dub. And I didn't do that, and it's probably too late to do that. I think I'm gonna do that tonight. They're going to find some way of getting him to just appear for just a millisecond in the background. In specifically one of the scenes where the Violet Wolf group is showed predominantly. My main justification is, why wouldn't they? There's already official art. I don't think anyone would mind. And so I think that's exactly what they did. See, around the midpoint of the episode, CL ditches class and runs over to basically harass and spy on the weird emo kids. The emo kids all throw rocks at him and tell him to get lost, nerd, and he runs away. He just runs away, pelted by stones. While he's in the process of getting stoned, Alois TRANCY is there. Or at least this blonde kid with bangs that swoop to the right. There's nothing distinguishing about the boy that says this isn't Alois TRANCY. In fact, even though the boy's hair is a bit wavier than Alois was in 2010, Yana Toboso has a tendency of drawing Alois of slightly more volume to his hair. So, look man, I'm working 8 hours a day, okay? Just let me have this, alright? The funniest fucking thing that happened while I was in the process of trying to watch Season 4, though. Oh my god. Basically, so Babsy and I, that's the person who does the Alois voice in my other projects, but Babsy and I were watching Season 4 together, and we tried to pirate it. But the pirating site that we used they had it set up so it's like, oh, it's the poster of season 4. Oh, there's the button for first episode of season 4. Whoa, we're gonna watch season 4. We click on it. It's fucking CL in Wonderland. They displayed and advertised season 4, but what they were giving us was fucking CL in what. We were both like, oh god, this is a sign, and then we ended up renting a Crunchyroll subscription. So today I have failed. In other words, I enjoyed the first episode of season 4. Sebastian clearly has been taking his estrogen shots. The opening was gorgeous. The ending was honestly also really pretty. I liked all of the sequences of CL just getting launched into the air. It's funny. I can't guarantee that I'll have the energy to make any more long form videos, but if you'd like to see my thoughts after each episode, please let me know with the likes and shit and whatnot. Yeah.